Lauren Quigley here for Michaels and John Bead, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to take the Bead Landing flatback glass crystals and make these gorgeous flower embellishments and take your pair of floral heels to the next level. People will ask, where did you get those shoes? I love them. And you'll be proud of yourself knowing that you did an awesome upcycle. To start, you'll need a pair of shoes that you want to upcycle. I thrifted these. Then you'll need polymer clay in matching colors. I am using Sculpey Souffle brand, and a variety of the Bead Landing flatback crystals in coordinating colors. Now, for the sculpting part, this part is really easy. You're just going to take your polymer clay and you can roll out a few small balls. Then you'll press those balls in the tips of your fingers so that you can create these nice flat petals, and you'll just layer those onto each other with the ball in the middle. So I did a few different colors that you can see here using the light pink, the magenta, which is kind of a neon, and then I used some of the green Sculpey Souffle to make these pretty leaves that I put on the outside of some of the flowers. Now for each shoe, I wanted 3 flowers. I'm going to do 2 on the top band and then 1 on the side. You can't mess up this type of flower sculpt because it's just so easy. Now, once you're done making those flowers, you will bake them in the oven according to the directions on the package. Then once they're cool, we'll go in and start blinging. We'll be needing our Bead Landing flatback crystals. I'll be using size SS12 for all of my flowers. You'll need a rhinestone pickup tool. I'm using a wax pencil. And for glue, I'm trying out this new one. It's called the Ultimate from Aleene's, and it says that once dry, it is waterproof and it's very heavy duty. Now this glue dries so fast. So what I did was I put a little bit onto my flower and then I'm using a toothpick to really spread that glue out. I do not recommend putting a lot of glue on at once. Just put a little bit and you'll see why, because it dries very quickly, but I found that the stones really clung onto it, and it's supposed to be waterproof after this, which is perfect for a pair of shoes because I will be wearing these outside. Now use your little pickup tool. This is a wax pencil. You can find different kinds of rhinestone pickup tools, but this one I am using, and I have my rhinestones in this little container which has these divots where if you shake it, the rhinestones should be perfectly up so that it's easy to pick up the rhinestones. I'm starting in the middle of the flower and I'm going to do matching sets. So we'll do this one and then we'll move on to the petals. The next color that I'm using is the light pink. It's very pretty. I'm using the SS12 stones. These Bead Landing packages, they'll come in individual sizes or you can buy mixed sizes. So if you wanted to create something different, you didn't want to have a flower, you wanted maybe a butterfly or something different, you could use the different size stones depending on what type of thing you are going to be sculpting. I blinged 1 petal at a time and I loved how it was looking. They will look so good on the shoes. I love upcycling and I've done tons of shoe upcycles. This is just the perfect way to showcase your personality and get some extra embellishments onto an otherwise normal looking pair of shoes. I was originally inspired by a designer pair that I saw online, but they were so much money. They were a few $100s, and I said, I think I can make something like that. So the fun part was going out and thrifting and finding that perfect pair of shoes for me to make into something new. Once I found the pair, the vision of the rhinestone florals popped in my head and I said, this is it. This is what we're doing, and I love how it's turning out. When blinging your flowers, keep in mind the shape of the petals and put the rhinestones on like the outside of each petal so that when you're looking at the shoe from different angles, you will see the pretty flatback rhinestones. Now I'm moving on to the magenta flowers. The rhinestones that I'm using here are the SS12 orange, and I'm starting from the outside of the middle of the flower to the center. I'll repeat that on the other flower. I like doing it this way so that I can let the glue dry and then work on something else, and then by the time I come back to that one, it is nice and dry. Now the center of these flowers are done, and I loved the way these looked together. I thought, okay, we're going to keep the center of the flower and then the polymer clay on the outside. I thought that that looked really good with the one flower that's fully rhinestoned, just like this. And the way the petals are, the flowers fit so well together. Figure out your placement ahead of time, and then you'll take your glue, put it on the back, and you have a little bit of time to move it around and get it in the exact position that you want. But then you'll want to apply some pressure and hold them down for about a minute so that they really stick. But this glue dries within 5 minutes, so you really won't have to hold it that long. Repeat that for the other side of the shoe. Look how good they're looking. I can just imagine these with a nice spring dress. They will be perfect for the upcoming holiday. And don't forget to add that embellishment to the side of the shoe. Wait 24 hours before you wear them, and you are good to go. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I am Lauren Quigley Creations. You can find me across all platforms, and I can't wait to see what you do with the Bead Landing Flatback glass crystals. They are just so perfect for adding all of that extra embellishment. Stay creative.